Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Tylearn, and today I am bringing you guys another Cobra Kai What If, and this what if is what if Miguel wasn't drunk. Now, in context, this is talking about in the middle of Season 1, or near the end of Season 1 actually, right before the finale, and Miguel getting drunk and hitting Sam, which caused a lot of conflict to set up in Episode 10. And, excuse me for the fucking birds chirping in the back. Now, although it was very hard for us to watch Miguel accidentally hit Sam, even though he wasn't even trying to hit Sam, he was trying to hit Robbie, which I was definitely rooting for at the time, it definitely set up a lot of problems that had a long-term effect within the Cobra Kai series. So what if we actually changed that? What if instead Miguel never got drunk and decided to give Sam the benefit of the doubt and just wait for her to come up, and if she doesn't show up, then he can confront her maybe the day after the tournament or during the tournament, whenever he can. So, my name is Tylearn, and today we're going to be diving into what if Miguel was never drunk.
Hey, collecting rings like I'm Sonic. Bitches wanna party. My wrist getting heavy, so I got 'em on a diet, yeah. Flex like I'm Hogan. Yo, he's coming over. Yeah, we respect.
Okay, so in this timeline, obviously things are different here. Instead of Miguel getting drunk, he just waits for Sam to maybe show up, and if she doesn't show up, well, then maybe he can drink from there. But he decides to wait a really long time, even when it gets dark out, and this leads into him deciding to try and go for a drink, but as it turns out, everything's run out. So Miguel spent the entire day waiting patiently for his girlfriend, who didn't even show up, and he can't even get drunk, which was the plan B. So now he's kind of pissed off, but not to worry, as Sam and Robbie are both walking down to Miguel. Now, when Sam actually approaches Miguel and talks to Miguel, Miguel isn't going to be starting an argument, or really anything is going to be fueled. Miguel and Sam are having a normal conversation because Sam is talking to a non-toxicated Miguel. Sam would be explaining everything to Miguel, and Sam would apologize to Miguel for keeping her relationship with Miguel a secret from her family. It's just, her dad doesn't have a good history with Cobra Kai, and Miguel would cut off Sam, saying that he understands. But if they're going to try and move forward, they need to tell him eventually. Miguel accepts this and would also say for the time being they can just chill out and hang out and not worry about that, and after the party they can try and settle in and tell Daniel about them, and along with the rest of Sam's family. With that being said, Sam and Miguel would, not break up this time, and Robbie and Miguel can actually start off kind of cool with each other. Although it'd be awkward from Robbie's point of view, considering the fact that he's seen Miguel hug his father. However, Miguel doesn't know that, and the fact that Miguel was able to talk to Sam actually gives Robbie some second thoughts about Cobra Kai. Maybe they're not as bad as Daniel is saying so. And so, Robbie and Miguel actually get off on a good footing, and he, along with Sam and Miguel, would actually just hang out for the rest of the night, and they would come home late, and yeah, Sam might get in trouble, but at least she's not drunk, unlike in Season 2. And because for the rest of the night, Robbie, Sam, and Miguel, along with the rest of the kids at the school, were going to be hanging out, this means Robbie never goes to Daniel when Daniel and Johnny are actually spending the day together and they're actually about to go and spar. Robbie never interrupts them, so they would have their spar with both of them stalemating each other, I think. Because at this point, Daniel and Johnny seem to be really relative. The reason why I think this fight should be a tie is because Daniel and Johnny have been fighting for so long, and it's time for this to come to an end, especially because Robbie isn't here to ruin this moment. I mean, what? Okay, now we're going to be diving into the All Valley. So Johnny's never late, and Daniel would actually participate initially along with Sam, since Sam has no reason to not go because she's not mad at Miguel. However, I do think before attending the All Valley, Sam would tell Daniel and break down that she is dating Miguel, who's from Cobra Kai, but Daniel needs to understand that Cobra Kai has changed. Now, here in this timeline, Sam actually has a completely different mentality because now her and Miguel never fought. So now she's actually going to be defending Miguel rather than embracing the fact that maybe Cobra Kai has never changed. Now, when they attend the All Valley and it's revealed that Robbie's repping Miyagi-Do, things are going to get a little awkward, especially for Johnny and Daniel. They're probably going to have to talk about this little predicament that they are in, and this would lead into Daniel realizing that Robbie's actually Johnny's son, and initially Daniel's thinking of just not participating at all or just removing him repping Miyagi-Do, but I think Robbie and Daniel are going to have a conversation along with Johnny being present. Yes, Daniel is very aggressive, but I think at this point the timing is off, so he can't just get as mad as he did in episode 9 through 10 in this current situation, which is like about the beginning of episode 10. And so I think Daniel and Johnny are going to have to compromise, and they're going to probably elaborate about this later. But for the time being, they are cool with Johnny having second thoughts clearly. And Miguel isn't fueled by revenge whatsoever because he has nothing to avenge. Like, in canon, I can understand Miguel's perspective, but in here, there's really no issues. He's got the girl. Sam actually told Daniel about them, and Daniel is willing to try and accept that. He's also cool with Robbie, which means he doesn't really have a reason to cheat or be enraged. And also, because of the fact that Johnny and Daniel never fall off, and Johnny isn't, enraged or anything like that, he's not going to be teaching the class right before they attend the All Valley about no mercy, which means Hawk is not going to apply it against Robbie because he's never learned it. And this means Robbie never injures his arm, which also means he's going to be fighting Miguel at full condition, who is not going to be ratting or anything or doing whatever it takes to win because he's never learned no mercy and he's not fueled up by anger. This means when Robbie and Miguel fight, they're not fighting as rivals, but rather friends in rival dojos, and this leads into them giving it their all, no cheating or anything, and just overall having a hyped up match. Everyone's cheering, no one's booing at either side. It's just a great match, but in the end, Robbie would win. Hey yo, future Tylearn here. So my mic broke mid-recording and now I have to use earbuds again. Yeah, I know, but desperate times call for desperate measures, so if I sound a little bit different, I apologize. Anyways, after Robbie secures the W for Miyagi-Do because Miguel is not bloodlusted and is not going to take advantage over an injury that Robbie doesn't have in this timeline, so Robbie's just going to beat him with a full power two-legged kick this time. And this means Hawk and Miguel never get yelled at by Johnny because they never win the All Valley and they never even rat in the first place. Now, because Cobra Kai doesn't win the All Valley, Kreese would never return to Cobra Kai since that was the only reason he even came back, because he heard Cobra Kai had finally taken over the Valley. And also, since Cobra Kai didn't win the All Valley, they're not going to be cocky, which means Kreese's teachings aren't even going to be necessary to snap Cobra Kai back into, fighting shape, and are willing to train more than ever because they don't want to lose the next All Valley. However, they're not going to be learning No Mercy because Kreese isn't here, which means Johnny's Cobra Kai is now going to be more influenced within the Cobra Kai students, more specifically people like Tori, who instead of embracing the No Mercy philosophy would be embracing Johnny's Cobra Kai and being taught that sometimes it's okay to show mercy. And because Kreese isn't here to influence Tori, this means Tori actually has an opportunity to listen to Johnny. It'd be a similar effect of what Tori and Kreese did to Miguel during season 2, but now it's Johnny and Miguel to Tori, and overall would make Tori a way better person and a lot less insane. Also, the main drama for the show has been taken out, and now the rest of the drama can basically be dealt with in season 2. Johnny, Daniel can talk it out, and Robbie and Miguel aren't really enemies, so they're not going to be, adding on to this rivalry. So if anything, Johnny and Daniel are going to have a lot of an easier time to kind of snap out of this. I think Johnny and Daniel would become cool by the time Robbie has to move into the LaRusso household, and Daniel actually asks Johnny this time if that's okay because Kreese isn't here this time, so Daniel isn't going to say never mind. I think the best arc here that we can get is Johnny reluctantly saying yes, and then Daniel and Johnny squashing their beef. And this would lead into Johnny and Robbie also inevitably resolving their relationship and trying to start fresh, and Miguel and Robbie never become enemies. Sam and Miguel never fall off, which means Tori would never try and manipulate Miguel, and Miguel and Sam would stick together here. While maybe Tori and Robbie can get together, who knows. But really guys, the series kind of ends at season 2, midway through season 2. Removing Kreese removes all the setup for the school fight, basically just removing the biggest conflict in the season, which gives us season 3 through 4, and we're not getting that this time. So the series ends around midway through season 2, and this is where we are going to be leaving things off for right now. Now with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, if you did enjoy this video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe, as that is greatly appreciated, and hit the bell icon, that way you are notified and updated when I upload, as YouTube tends to be wonky with that kind of notification stuff. Also be sure to follow me on Twitter, that will be linked to the description, and also follow me on TikTok. My name is Tylearn, I'll see you on the next one. Peace out, bye.